So you want to do radio? We can help. So hopefully you've already seen our previous tutorials on how to make your radio show excellent. But now we need to boil everything down to economics. So we want to tell you about the economics of web radio. Hi, I'm Jose Imberg for Radio Transversal, a product of Broadcasting Europe, funded by Erasmus. While thinking about your web radio and the economics behind it, you want to make sure that you think about several things, meaning the costs of what we need to consider. So first, you're going to need to make sure that you have a web platform, some place where you can record into. In our case, our project is with Spreaker. Now, Spreaker is a great online platform. It's very decently priced, and we do invite you to go ahead and take a look at it. Other than this, you might also want to look into licensing. Now, licensing has to do with the rights to use certain material that are not of the public domain, meaning that they are subject to copyright laws and you will have to pay in order to use them, in order to diffuse to the public. Some of this content might be music or previously recorded voice clips or even theme songs for your show. Now, some platforms will actually offer you the complete package. They'll offer you a monthly or yearly subscription, but they'll also provide the licensing. Now, this has to do with where you are. So if you're doing this project in Europe, a lot of the platforms do not include licensing. And that is because as of yet, we still haven't unified the laws that reign over each country. So each country is different. Now, in order to determine this, you might want to sit down and look at your plan. It's always good to have a business plan, or at least an idea sheet of who it is that you're going to be talking to and where those people are. So if you are, say, in Spain, like us, you might want to look into the local government agencies that actually do have to do with copyright and copyright infringement and see if you can actually purchase a license through them. The cost for these don't actually tend to be that much. You could actually get a license to disseminate music for as little as 20 or 25 euro a month. But this has to fit into your budget and into your plan. You can definitely reach out to your local agency and see what they can provide you. While we're a free, non-for-profit web radio, you might have different plans. So at this point, you also need to ask yourself how you're going to generate your revenue. There are different models. Now, the classic one, and the one that you're probably more used to, is selling advertising, which is basically selling off parts of time from each and every one of your shows to people who are willing to pay to have their products announced. This is, as I said, the most popular model, but that doesn't mean that it's the only one. There's also partnering up with different agencies or actually covering events in order to generate more content and theretofore get monies to fund your web radio. Now, some of these models are really up to you, how you decide. We do encourage you to make sure that you identify one that works for you and that goes along with your strategy, so you can make sure that you plan accordingly and start developing relationships, partnerships, and finding synergies with whoever's going to help you and your business plan. So while there's other minutiae that you might want to go ahead and consider, these are some of the most important factors that you want to go. And I want to go ahead and recap these with you. So we said you need to make sure that you sign up for a platform online. So that's already one cost. The second one is if your platform does not allow for you to buy a licensing registration with that subscription, you're also going to lead into that. So that's already two costs that are very important. Because the one thing you don't want to do is start streaming music and start getting notifications of cease and desist. That's never good. Get a note from a lawyer. They're like, yo, stop playing my music. Stop playing my music. Because that's stealing. And then the third one is make sure that you research different models for businesses, for web radios, and decide which one fits into your plans best. So you can go ahead and make sure that you are sustainable and perhaps not profitable right ahead, but you can definitely start going down that road. So that's going to be it for now, but make sure that you do take our advice and you start doing your research before you launch your web radio. Thank you again for paying attention. My name is Jose Imbert from Radio Transversal, a product of Broadcasting Europe. And don't forget, we are also funded by Erasmus.